Because of the complexity and fast pace of today's world, we must rethink the way we look at business, society, and even friends and family relationships. Our society has become overly focused on the power of one alone as we glorify individuals. But when we adopt these principles in companies, schools, and society, focusing only on individual achievement and eliminating others from the equation, our true power remains hidden. But that hidden potential might be revealed. Still, over and over, we are reminded that our future success hinges on individual metrics, including grades and standardized scores. Interesting enough, statistically it doesn't, but this approach is much ingrained in us to learn one thing for oneself solely. This dramatically raises the stress level while robbing them of social connection, sleep, attentiveness, joy, and health. Instead of question the system, we keeping on doing what we know. We spend the first 22 years of our life being judged and praised, our individual attributes and what we can achieve alone, when for the rest of our life, our success is almost entirely interconnected with that of others. But by the time students graduate, many are frazzled, fragile, and often very lonely, only to find that success, joy, and contentment they had been promised did not lie at the end of that rainbow. Over the past years, I have worked for many companies around the world and traveled to many countries to learn how people every day approach their potential and how they inspire themselves and others. Interestingly, most award when individuals excel their work. But with this system, we promote only the survival for the fittest and undermine the rest, not realizing that we create segregation and social inequality instead. Because we conceive equalities of opportunities. It means that success is everything in life to prosper, but this formula is inaccurate and no longer suitable. Today, we know achieving our highest potential is not about survival of the smartest. It is simple survival of the best capable ones. This means it is not success only. It is about how well you are able to connect with others and how well you contribute together with others and benefit from others and vice versa. It is simply how well we bond with others to increase our potential and solve problems together. The human brain is incredibly formidable and modifiable, more than ever we thought possible. This means there is a much larger potential than we anticipated to face up and then change the way we were educated or simply how we were brought up. Today, we know, through numerous biological, bio and neuroscientific, as well as anthropological research studies, that we cannot deploy such potential on our own. Fact is, we need other people, communities, teams, organizations, or societies to assist us as we evolve. So, it is not a problem to people's success, for example, not realizing their potential, nor is it the lack of productivity. It is simply the way we pursue it. It is not faster alone, it is better together. All of these provide significant indications of how we were raised and what we were taught, trained to use our potential. Why some of us enriches ourselves entirely through others and cultivate this as a common normality. Hence, much of our shaping comes from our environment, how we feel safe, secure, inspired, calm, and eventually serene. How we protect ourselves, how we behave toward others who are not part of our circle of belonging. Those who are different in terms of race, ethnicity, language, nationality, society, community, organization, family, or friendships. It has been discovered that all the knowledge, the experiences, and the intelligence we ever discovered or were taught, showed, explained, or had shared with us is a profound matter collected from when we cooperated with others. This means we would not even be able to talk, to create, and to innovate, or to think if we were to ever depend solely on ourselves. We need others, it is simple as that, because we rely on others even at times when it feels so very difficult. It is what we human beings are. Yes, our individuality is what makes us truly unique. And this uniqueness that makes us so different, while being absolutely particular, is formed from a conglomeration of all that has been copied, borrowed, and acquired from others, from our upbringing and from third parties such as through our basic education, literature, philosophy, the arts, expertise, intelligence, or the intellect from others. Nevertheless, it is crucially important to fully understand that if we are totally isolated and individualistic, we cannot actually exist. In other words, without others, we are nothing and useless and unable to survive. Even though, ironically, we experiment with ways to become more and more individualistic. We only operate our potential at its highest when we cooperate with others. That is why inclusiveness is critical more than ever before. It is that level of bonding that gives us meaning. It is socialization that eventually dictates us how we cultivate our own integration in our social system, during what period of time and which country we were raised, and under what social, economic and political stability or instability we lived. More and more people are comprehending that which the latest science of consciousness has explored, understanding that everything is energy and vibrations. Today, acclaimed physicians acknowledge that tangible matter does not exist, because it is out of measurability. This means the intellect is the impulsive force. In fact, it is the real breakthrough of matter, not materialistic, but intangible and more open. So perhaps we need to ask ourselves, what is the sort of matter that keeps everything together in our mind? The more energy we use in our brain, the more we suffer and the more we lack concentration, clarity, critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and even imagination. This means the most desirable activity of the brain is not thinking, it is to contemplate peacefully and to render a calm state. This is the best state of feeling safe and secure and serene for being inspired. When we evolve our potential, it is critically important that we are at either the alpha or theta state. This is where we comprehend best and we need and how we achieve it. This is also where we nourish our critical thinking. Attaining this state, however, requires us to get out of our day-to-day environment and spend time in nature or in some geographically different location where we are best inspired, feeling safe and secure. This will change how we feel and eventually how we visualize our meaning, what makes us sense and what gives purpose to our lives. This ultimately is the gateway for diving into a much deeper level where we feel safe, secure and calm. In other words, the more and the deeper we stay in the alpha state, the more we can access theta and delta levels that take us beyond thinking to a state in which we reprogram our unconscious mind. This means the unconscious mind is influenced by emotions, impulses, pictures, images, shapes, and forms. We have so much potential, but because we often feel insecure and limit ourselves. That is why it is critically important to gradually drop into the subconscious mind, cultivating calmness or creating quiet moments each and every day. At the end of the day, this is what makes us unique and truly ourselves. With all our unique abilities, skills, talents, and attitudes, although this requires a lot of energy. But if we integrate and bond well with our closest communities such as family, friends and teams, organization or society, we realize our potential, how well we can succeed and how we can contribute into the world. This fulfills us, so it is critically important that we learn how to trust ourselves so we can trust others and empower them to integrate their abilities, skills and talents. This is exceedingly satisfying and generates social well-being and high level of contentment. That is one of the reasons why it is unthinkable for many not to compare, not to seek and not to strive and not to continue overanalyzing, because everyone would struggle. That is why most prefer to keep doing what they do, to protect what they have and continue looking out for themselves only. We literally force our brain day by day to arrange itself so that we can manage our daily life and work, even if it means we are running out of our highest limits, our maximum brain wave capacity. So we need to acknowledge how important it is to limit the energies the brain uses to avoid getting stressed or become egocentric, narcissistic, selfish and self-centered, because such a state requires tremendous energies. Bonding and togetherness can only occur when people explore and discover and experience what it feels like to bond peacefully. This is the only state in which we can nourish new experiences, new knowledge, new skills, and new abilities. So, ordinary potential is the limited success one can achieve alone. Exceptional potential is the success one can achieve only in bonding circle with others. This is how true potential is nourished.